everybody, what's up? I'm CA here to bring you the first of many Astra videos that we're going to be bringing to you as a result of the collaboration that I got to do with Riot Games themselves, playtesting Act 2 real early just to show you guys a glimpse of what we can get. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the different combos and interactions while giving you a basic introduction to her ability kit as a whole, combined with a few stats that I was able to record for myself. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe as well, show your support because your support is what helps me get these opportunities to show you guys the best that I can. I have a special thing for you guys, which is the question of the day. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below who you think will be the best agent paired up with Astra. Like, which duo do you think fits Astra the very best? I'm gonna give my answers to at the end of the video, but make sure you do it right now before you go see there. No cheating, guys. And hey, maybe one of these comments that really enlighten me, I will feature in my upcoming video, give you a shout out. Now let's get into the video real quick. A quick introduction to who Astra actually is before we get into her abilities. She's an agent from the nation of Ghana that harnesses the energies of the cosmos to reshape battlefields to her whim, with full command of the astral form and a talent for deep strategic foresight. She is always eons ahead of her enemy's next move, and this description perfectly tells you how Riot expects you to play this agent. It's all about being a pure controller where you're setting up the entire round for your team with many tools to your disposal. So let's quickly get to the tools that she has in her pocket. Now, she has 4 different abilities. Well, we're going to go actually directly to her ultimate to start talking about her, because her ultimate is of 2 forms, namely the astral form and the cosmic divide. Now, her cosmic divide is the actual ulti ability, but the astral form is what helps you set up the rest of your abilities. As you're seeing on the screen right now, she goes into a next plane, a higher plane, where she's able to then place stars wherever she wants. Using this ability, you can place stars from one corner of the map to the next corner of the map, and these stars are what she consumes to turn into another ability. Now bear with me, we're going to quickly go to the other abilities to show you exactly what I mean, but remember that you can place these stars wherever you want and you can pull them back, and that pullback is going to be exactly why this video is called Infinite Smokes. Now we're going to go directly to her first ability here, which is the pullback of the smoke. So you press F to dissipate the smokes, essentially calling back your star into your pocket. In a short cooldown, you're able to leave a fake smoke in the location the star was at, a smoke that amounts to about 2 seconds duration while you get the star back. So essentially, theoretically, you could put smokes all over. For example, if you're entering bind A, you could put smokes on heaven, you could put smoke on top of the truck, you could put a smoke on lamp 2, call them one by one, get a flash entry for your team, and then have all your stars ready for your post plant. Now, why is this so important? This is ridiculous because of her other abilities. Now, if you go to her next ability, which is the nebula, this is the actual smoke. Now, if you consume the nebula, you get a smoke for her, and you're going to see down there how long that smoke is. So considering that factor, as well as the fake smoke that you get from the dissipate, she can effectively place infinite smokes in a particular round, and that's what makes her so damn good as a controller, because you can keep playing mind games with your opponents about whether they should expect a push or not. For example, if you're pushing into split A, you can put a star on split B, call the star back, and because of the smoke, the opponents might panic, think that wait, she's pushing in, and at the same time, if they see the fake smoke, they might think otherwise, and you can catch them off guard. This agent, it's all about taking your strategic game to the next level, and she gives you so many tools to be able to do that. Now on to her next ability, called the Nova Pulse. Now this ability is basically an area of effect charge that hits downwards and concusses everybody along the way. Now, a really cool thing to note about this ability is that it works vertically. So essentially, for example, ascent a hell spot, I'm going to show you a clip of that right now. If you put the concuss on top of the ascent A heavy spots, it concusses everybody down below. So this ability is really good for that area effect concuss just to entry. It can be used effectively in entry positions to try and just sort of clear out one area where the enemy cannot stand a corner as such, or in post plant positions where you set up the concuss when you want to play for the retake, or if you're just holding on to side. Either way, it is a beautiful ability that gives so much power to her. And I think the biggest bonus that I like is that finally an agent without a flash. Now going on to her next ability, it's called the gravity well. You can see Astra basically, once she puts a star in a certain spot, she can activate that star to form a mini black hole of sorts. This black hole, the gravity well, pulls in all the people in the area. They have the ability to run away, but if they do get pulled in, then it explodes and makes everybody inside fragile. It's very similar to the alarm bot in many ways, with the idea that even the alarm bot makes you fragile, but also about how simple it is to escape from the alarm bot. So you want to use this ability not to get the explosion, but rather as an option to just completely clear off an area. For example, if you're playing on Icebox, you put this on the B green entry. This ability being that if they ever peek it, you can just put the gravity well and they cannot walk past it, they cannot enter. If they do decide to do that, they're suddenly fragile and you can take them down easy. There's a lot of combos that you can do with these abilities as well, and you're going to see one such combo that I actually executed when I was playing, and using the gravity well and the Nova Pulse. So if you notice here in the clip, basically I'm playing on split. I'm going to set up my 2 stars at the entrance of split while I'm on defense. I'm expecting the attackers to rush into A, and I'm setting it at the very entrance so that I can take a peek from the basic A entry from split and try to catch them off guard. So I place 2 stars right next to each other, and then I pop my gravity well as my Nova Pulse. So it's essentially that if the players move backwards, they get hit by one ability, and they move forwards, they end up being fragile. In this case, half the people end up being concussed and half the people end up being fragile, and I'm able to spam with just a Spectre and get a triple kill easy. This is why Astra is so strong, because here I'm purely setting up myself. You can do this for yourself too. She has the ability to be self-sustainable, but if you imagine this with a teammate, you could get an insta just flawless round, finish it off within seconds of it starting. And even if the team is able to adapt to this, just the fact that you have 2 stars there will scare them from ever going from an A push. So she can work as that pseudo sentinel of sorts too, where she's able to get so much utility because of her stars simply being there. That combined with the fact that you can always pull back the stars. Like you can see in a few rounds, I pull back the stars and use those temporary smokes to get the ult point for myself. There's a lot of mind games that you can play with this agent, and it's just absolutely phenomenal and a lot of fun. So onto the one of the best parts, and you think you saw so much, you might have already seen the best. No. Astra's ultimate, the Cosmic Divide, is absolutely game changing. If her rest of the kit makes her a good agent, her ultimate takes her to the S tier level and makes her the best controller, directly competing with that Omen up there on that pedestal. And what it is essentially, as you can see on the screen, she goes into the astral form, picks a particular point to place an axis, and around this point you can completely split off the map with a massive cosmic wall. What does this wall do? This wall not only blocks off vision to anybody on either side of it, but also blocks off audio. Now this might just be like, see, this doesn't sound like that big a deal, but think about it, right? You're on Haven, you're on C side, you're attacking C side. I'm just gonna put my ultimate, completely split C side into 2 parts, where you can no longer access the site from CT as well as Garage. At this point, I could just fake this and sit over there, wait for you to push and pick you off one by one, or I could hold there, I could rush into the site and take control. You would never find out because there's no audio for you to find out, and that's what makes her so strong. Through that wall, for the defenders to take that peek would essentially be suicide or a pure luck based move, which always puts the correct way into her hands, where she's able to dictate how exactly she wants to fight. It is so good. Not only can you use it on attack, of course, as you could imagine, you can use it on retakes too, like pushing on to, for example, Haven A side. You can completely cut off the sewers as well as long angle, and you can therefore control your retake opportunities, force the enemy into a situation where they can't just see what's going on, but they can't really shoot through the wall too, and it becomes impossible. This is a solid wall. You can't shoot, you can't see, you can't hear. She's just like, nope, not gonna happen, and this is what makes her insanely strong. Now, that's gonna be the end of the video today, but don't you worry, I'm gonna be streaming live with some Astra gameplay right this morning, March 1st. So make sure you hit that notifications bell. Make sure you have it to all notifications, as well as subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be so much Astra stuff coming out. And also I'm going to be giving you guys a sneak peek at what you can expect with the new patch with other agents, as well as how the competitive aspect is going to change, the MMR changes that Riot is making, as well as the relaxation for people to be able to climb in lower ranks, all explained in tomorrow's video. So I'll see you there. I was CA, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Thank you for coming, and thank you for all your support. See you in the next video. Bye bye.